this season marked by the profound turnout of people from all backgrounds. Lindsay, our thanks to you. The people of Scotland paying their respects. That image over the weekend of farmers, the tractors lined up, a symbol of the depth of people and backgrounds that the Queen served and won over during her 70-year reign. Amy, we know the Queen will be at St. Giles and then eventually at Westminster. She will lay in state, and she is the first to lay in state since the Queen Mother in 2002.
That is correct, and so many people are anticipating so many of the services and opportunities that they will have across the United Kingdom to pay their respects to the Queen. And so, as you mentioned, yes, she will lie in repose. About a 24-hour period, people will be able to come and pay their respects. Also, this evening, there will be a vigil held at St. Giles Cathedral, and the King will be there. He will be holding that vigil for people also to say their final goodbyes to the Queen, David.
Amy Robach, who has been helping to lead our coverage from the Commonwealth after the Queen's passing. Amy, thank you. You know, we heard Lindsay mention a moment ago what parents have been saying, and I was so struck by what a mother told me outside Buckingham Palace late last week. She brought her one-year-old child and said, I brought her here so that I could tell her one day about Queen Elizabeth II and tell her she was here to pay her respects too. Our coverage continues on ABC News Live, abcnews.com. Good morning, America in the West. I'll see you later today. From all of us here at ABC News, thank you and good day.
This has been a special report from ABC News.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Perfect timing from ABC to wrap up this morning's coverage. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, September 12th.
So happy to be with you this morning. What we were just watching was a procession of Queen Elizabeth's coffin to the cathedral, and I know they're going to be taking coverage throughout the day on that.
Of course, lots happening over the next week or so. The big day next Monday, but more to come in this newscast, including some local headlines. And of course, we'll be talking about weekend sports coming up.
Here's today's 9 at 9.
A drug bust on the Texas border is making history. U.S. Customs seized a shipment of meth in Del Rio valued at $11.9 million. Border Protection officers pulled the truck over for inspection that was hauling a shipment of diesel tank containers. Instead, they found 320 packages containing 1,337 pounds of meth.
The Justice Department says it wants to access classified documents seized from former President Donald Trump's home in Florida for national security reasons. However, a judge has ruled a special master should go through them first. Trump's response to that request is due this morning. The Justice Department also is appealing the judge's decision to appoint a special master.
Queen Elizabeth II will lie in rest at St. Giles Cathedral today after a short procession from a palace in Scotland. Queen's casket arrived in the Scottish capital Sunday afternoon after a 175-mile journey from her beloved estate in Balmoral, where she died Thursday. The Queen will lie in state in London for 4 days starting Wednesday. Members of the public are being warned to expect long lines and security checks.
Over in Ukraine, the country's forces are gaining ground and reclaiming Russian-held territory in a massive counteroffensive. The war has now passed over 200 days, starting in February. At the White House, President Biden isn't commenting on Ukraine's advance, only saying that things are in progress.
President Biden is also hoping to cut cancer deaths in half over the next 25 years as part of a cancer moonshot initiative. He'll talk about the efforts in a speech later today. The speech expected to draw parallels between the push to land on the moon in the 60s. Some of the goals include closing the screening gap, decreasing the impact of preventable cancers, and bringing cutting-edge research to patients and communities.
The federal government is launching an investigation into the water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi. The EPA confirmed Sunday a team with the Inspector General's office will be collecting data and conducting interviews. The investigation will look into the history of Jackson's troubled water system. In the meantime, all residents have had water pressure restored. However, a boil water notice is still in effect.
The holiday season is around the corner and UPS is getting ready. The company says it's now looking to hire more than 100,000 people to work over the holidays. About 80% of the positions that need to be filled do not even require an interview. Last year, nearly 35,000 seasonal employees landed permanent positions after the holidays. The return of Monday Night Football is here and will be in prime time starting tonight here on KSAT 12. Legendary broadcast duo Joe Buck and Troy Aikman will be calling a Monday night matchup for the first time ever. On the field, quarterback Russell Wilson is playing his first game in a Denver Broncos jersey, taking on his former teammates, the Seattle Seahawks. And that's today's 9 at 9.
Football is back. All right, 76 degrees at 9:04. Justin, I'm absolutely loving this low humidity morning that we're having.
It feels incredible outside. We had a great morning. Take a look at the low temperatures that we saw this morning here in San Antonio, 69. It was 68 in New Braunfels, 68 in Seguin, 61 in Kerrville. I think there was a few spots in the hill country that did get down into the 50s this morning. So what a start. It is that low humidity, as Sarah mentioned, but it only lasts really today, maybe a little bit of tomorrow, because then the moisture comes back. And then we're back into more humidity again. I want to show you the pollen count. This came in just about an hour ago, but look at the number, 670 for molds. They're in the moderate category. Ragweed is moderate at 120. So if your sinuses or your allergies are bugging you, that could be why. Coming up here in just a little bit, we'll take a look at ragweed season, and I'll let you know when it really starts to kick in. Meantime, the forecast, 89 degrees noontime, 94 by 3 p.m., 94 by 4 p.m. We're going to go mostly sunny today. All in all, it should be a quiet day. A little bit of rain may return coming up tomorrow. We'll talk more about that, too, here in just a few minutes. But let's check in with Steven now. It has been a fairly busy morning. I think, how are things looking right now?
Yeah, definitely got a little busy out there, Justin. Thankfully, as we get one last look around town, things look a lot better. 35 at New Braunfels. Let's go ahead and give you that wide look at TransGuide. Thankfully, the commute now, things have dwindled down. People have gotten to their destination, or have arrived to their destination, rather. But we did have a few trouble spots out there. Those have cleared out. We give you a look at some quiet roadways now, but 410 at St. Bethro does look pretty busy at this point. Taking you to the map, slow down, still remain, but the usual spots that you can expect. 1604 near I-10 over on the northwest side, as well as 410 over on the east side. But keep in mind, there was a crash out there a little bit earlier that has already cleared out. So some better news to report. But as always, just make sure that you watch out for any other vehicles on the highway as we give you one last look there at TransGuide. 281 at Hildebrand. Things look a lot better. Guys.
Thank you, Stephen. Well, September is Hunger Action Month. The San Antonio Food Bank and RBFCU have partnered to collect food to help families in and around our community.
Max Bassey joins us live at the Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union branch on Barlight Boulevard. Max, how's the collecting going so far this morning?
Good morning, guys. So we were some of the first in the bank this morning. Take a look. Surprised by all the generosity. It is a full barrel. It is amazing to see. We got Cheerios, we got mac and cheese. We even have a pancake activity kit. Something new to me, but hey, it helps out, and that's all about this month, is helping out our community. Joined here with Nina from RBFCU. So, Nina, how has the donations looked so far?
Great. We have seen an outpour of support this so far, and we're only, 12 days into the month, so we just hope to see this continue.
So why is Hunger Action Month so important to you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we value every member of our community here in San Antonio, and so we just take every opportunity we can to give back where it's most needed. And so this month, that is fighting hunger.
That is awesome. And guys, talking about most needed, we know there are specifically 12 most needed, most wanted items: peanut butter, beans, chili, cereal, rice, canned stews, tuna, mac and cheese, canned soups, pop-top, food items, full meals, canned luncheon meats. And guys, take a look. I mean, this is awesome to see, but you don't just have to donate food. You can actually help donate monetarily. At each barrel, you're gonna have a little QR code. You can scan the phone and make a donation. If you have any questions, or we have all those answers, just head to KSAT.com. And it's such an easy process. So, Nina, what should people need to know and they want to donate any food?
Absolutely. I mean, I would say even the smallest donation counts. And like you were saying, anyone who's interested in participating can go online to KSAT.com, and they will find a list of all 26 of our participating branches that are acting as donation drop-off locations. So they can choose whatever branch is most convenient to them to come drop off their donations.
And they just walk in, drop off food, and they're good to go?
Exactly. Easy as that.
That is awesome. So guys, we are working this month trying to help as many families in and around our community as possible. We are far from done. We have the director of philanthropy for the food bank here at the bank. We're going to talk to her in just a bit, so stay tuned. We'll see you back here at 9:30.
Thank you, Max. Well, in your morning headlines, as you heard in the 9 at 9, the White House expecting to make a big push in the fight against cancer. President Biden will give a big speech today, drawing comparisons to another historic speech.
Plus, there's a lot going on in the world of sports with the start of the NFL season. RJ Marquez joins us live. RJ, all I could hear in the newsroom this morning was either people happy or upset about their fantasy football team.
Well, there was a lot of that going on, and then obviously the news about Dak Prescott. So the hits kept coming for the Cowboys, for sure. And we're going to talk a little bit about Dak here in just a bit. But first, starting off, guys, with this speech by President Biden saying that he's hoping to cut cancer deaths in half over the next 25 years. And again, this is part of a cancer moonshot initiative. So he'll talk about the efforts in that speech later today. Of course, this speech expected to draw parallels between the push to land on the moon in the 1960s. And some of the goals include closing the screening gap by using a new federally backed study that looks to validate using blood tests to screen against multiple cancers. So this is considered to be a potential game changer in diagnostic testing to dramatically improve the early detection of cancers. Biden also planned some other announcements meant to better the lives of those suffering from cancer and bringing cutting-edge research to patients and communities. All right, so talk about a lucky moment here, almost hitting the lottery twice. A Virginia man thought he had won $600 in the lottery. Pretty cool, not too bad. But it turns out he actually won a whole lot more. Take a look behind me, $1 million. Yeah, I'd be smiling like this guy right here too. Jose Flores Velasquez took his winning ticket to the Virginia Lottery customer service to claim his $600 prize. But staff quickly realized that he had actually won $1 million. Velasquez had the choice of taking the full $1 million prize over 30 years or a one-time cash payment of nearly $760,000 before taxes, of course. Well, he ended up choosing that cash option. I'd probably do the same too. Velasquez says that he plans to use the money to take care of his family and possibly start his own business. Pretty cool stuff there. All right, guys, you just mentioned football season is back in a big way, and well, that includes tailgating. And unfortunately, you can see this behind me. For some fans at the Dolphins game in Miami, a tailgate went terribly wrong and ended up causing some serious damage. So over 10 fire rescue units responded to a blaze at a parking lot outside Hard Rock Stadium. Multiple vehicles parked in that area caught fire. You can see the damage right there. Firefighters contained the blaze, but at least 4 cars were torched. There were no reported injuries, but unconfirmed reports online say that it was caused by someone stuffing a grill under a car before going to the game. This was as the tailgating was wrapping up. Fans could also see smoke from inside Hard Rock Stadium. Yeah, tailgating a little too hard there, maybe. All right, guys, so the Dallas Cowboys, they have also crashed and burned in their opening game. In a primetime matchup with Tom Brady and the Bucs at home, the Dallas offense sputtered and struggled to score all game, losing 19-3. But adding insult to that already horrible, pitiful effort was a hand injury to one Dak Prescott. See him there on the sideline. So ESPN reports that Prescott is expected to have surgery today on his right thumb and is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks. Yes, 2 months there. Prescott says he initially thought he jammed a finger and didn't believe that it was serious, but he went to the locker room for x-rays and it showed a fracture.
I've hit my hand on helmets or bodies a lot in my career and never really had anything, maybe a jammed finger here, and I actually thought that's what it was. Just the next play, realized I couldn't grip the ball, let the sideline know. And then when I got off, I told the trainers the same thing. I was just like, I can't grip. I feel like if you yank it, I'll be okay. And no, came in, got x-rays, and things are different.
Yeah, very different. In fact, he actually did play a few series, guys, after he broke his thumb. But Dallas now expected to start backup quarterback Cooper Rush while Dak is out. And Cooper, of course, last year won a game in Minnesota. That was a big win for the Cowboys. But they get Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals next week at AT&T Stadium. Still just a brutal loss for the Cowboys there in many ways. And you feel bad. Dak 2 years ago, of course, had that ankle injury that ended his season and now going to miss about half the season here.
Yes, he is.
Tough,
8 weeks, so that is roughly half the season.
Yeah. Tough news there. Plus, they did not look good at all, to be quite honest. But yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
You'll have another sports wrap later.
Yeah, we're going to kind of dive in a little bit more to this loss and also talk some Texans, too. They played pretty well yesterday.
They did. Yeah. I just was baffled at the very end, like a lot of folks.
What?
In overtime. RJ, thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys.
9:13, 76 degrees.
Still ahead on GMSA at 9. We're going backstage with the cast and crew of a mariachi musical, what the director is saying about the new production. Plus,
It is today celebrating the bond that exists between grandparents and their grandchildren. Yesterday was Grandparents' Day, and SAISD celebrating with a fun-filled morning.
love this. Tiffany Huertas joins us live from Smith Elementary School. So, Tiffany, what type of activities will the students be doing?
Good morning. It's a really exciting morning here at the elementary school. Just check it out. They're going to be doing some arts and crafts, just bonding with their grandparents, and also learning some really cool tools that they can use at home. And we have here Principal Myra, who's very busy this morning. Thanks for having us.
Good morning.
Good morning. Talk to us about what's going to be happening here.
Well, we're really excited. This is our first ever Grandparents' Day events ever in the history of our school. And, you know, due to COVID, we had not been able to do it. But prior to that, we haven't. This is a really good opportunity to bring our parents, our grandparents in, and you know, it takes a village to really raise our children, and I have this strong philosophy. And so today we're going to be working on some children are going to read to the grandparents. We have some reading strategies, some questions there that grandparents can ask their children as they're reading. They're going to be making arts and crafts, a little picture frame. We're going to be taking pictures of them, just really capturing memories, making memories, important memories with their babies.
And you can see immediately when the kids saw their grandparents this morning, it was so sweet. How big is that bond?
Well, it's very big bonds, particularly in this community, this population. A lot of our grandparents are the primary caregivers or the guardians, and so they play a very big role in their lives. And to be able to open up our doors and allow our grandparents in, it's, I think, very important, very meaningful to them to know that we're opening our doors to them and that they're part of their education. So yeah, it was wonderful to see their I mean, I have some babies crying because they're seeing their grandparents. Maybe, you know, they only see them on the weekends, but to be able to have them in this environment, it's a very important, very special.
When we talk about today, from what time to what time is this taking place?
So 9 to about 10:30. We said 9:15, but grandparents are coming in around 9. It's about 10:30. Just give them some time to bond and in an environment that they don't usually do, right? They don't usually see their grandparents in here, so.
Amazing. Well, I'm very excited to talk to some grandparents this morning.
Yes,
thanks
absolutely.
for having us.
Yes, thank
we're
you
gonna
for coming.
We're gonna have a little bit more coming up on the noon show, and on KSAT.com we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Tiffany. Sounds like they're having fun out there too.
Yes, they are. All right, Justin, right before the newscast, I stepped outside. It's warming up pretty quickly out there, but we really enjoyed this morning.
It will. It'll warm up very quickly. And it was so nice this morning. It's funny, you know, we dropped down to 69, which isn't terribly cold, but it's just a difference. It's that fall difference when you start to get some of these fronts, and it just feels a little bit better. Let me show you the lows this morning. 62 in Fredericksburg, 61 Kerrville, 66 in Hondo. Did get down to 67 in Uvalde. So these were some nice numbers. I tried to look for some 50s in the hill country. I didn't find any, but we got awful close in Kerrville. 61 there. 70 Castroville, 71 down there at Stinson, 68 in New Braunfels. This is the coolest reading, by the way, since late June here in San Antonio. So it has been a while since we've seen numbers like that. And here's the reason why. Our dew points, this is the dew point history, by the way. This was yesterday evening. We saw dew points drop into the 50s, and then eventually they came up a little bit, but we've got dew points in the low 60s right now, and that was just enough to bring those temperatures down. Again, that's not super dry air, but it's just a little bit of a subtle change, and it does feel a little bit more like fall out there, at least for the moment, because temperatures are going to warm up quickly. 76 degrees right now, northeasterly winds at about 6 miles per hour. 70 in Kerrville, 75 Hondo, 77 at Creosote Springs, 76 in Beeville. So you can already start to see the change there as temperatures make their way upwards. 78 Stinson, 78 right now in Devine. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast, 84 11 o'clock, 89 noon time. We'll call it mostly sunny, and then by the afternoon, we're at 94 for a high, which, yes, is warm, but because we have some of this drier air in place, you won't need to worry about a heat index so much today, and we'll continue to carry that northeasterly wind. Now, we may start to see the wind switch around a little bit as we get into tonight, more of a southeasterly direction, and you know what that means. moisture starts to come back in here. Probably as early as tomorrow. 94, the forecast tonight in New Braunfels, 94 in Seguin. It'll be 93 in Floresville today, 92 down there in Pearsall. Here's a look at the dew points and the kind of the change we're looking for as we go forward in time. This is this afternoon. Dew points are still in the 50s. We can deal with that. That's in the pleasant category. But by tomorrow, we start to see this moisture lifting north. Dew points start to return to the 60s and 70s. And yeah, you'll start to feel the Gulf moisture a little bit more tomorrow. And with that return of moisture, I do think we actually have a chance for some showers and storms. Now, this is not today. This is tomorrow, 3 o'clock. We start to see a couple showers pop up, and this particular model does bring a few of those a little closer to San Antonio by the afternoon. So we'll put in a 10% chance tomorrow. Today will be mostly sunny. And we mentioned the pollen count earlier. Mold, ragweed leading the way. Ragweed is at 120 in the moderate category. If you were curious, we are headed into ragweed season, or at least ragweed starts to pick up this time of year. Fall elm kicks in September, October. Ragweed tends to kick up in September and continue all the way until we see our first big freeze. So expect ragweed to be in the pollen count for quite a while here. 95 tomorrow, 10% chance of rain. 94 Wednesday. We'll bring in some 20% chances of rain Thursday and Friday as moisture really starts to surge back in. And then by Saturday, 94. And it looks like as we head into the latter part of the weekend, it'll be dry and hot, guys.
Thank you, Justin.
922, 76 degrees.
Up next on GMSA, we're going backstage with the cast and crew of a mariachi musical, what the director is saying about this new production.
San Antonio. That's what you're going to feel when you see this new musical called American Mariachi that is about love, and it's also about tradition and, of course, mariachi. But it's really the family theme of this play that screams San Antonio.
A play about a daughter who is taking care of her mother who has early onset Alzheimer's. They're inspired to start their own mariachi band to help their mother reconnect with her memories. I mean, this city has mariachi at the heart with the Mariachi Vargas Extravaganza and conferences and so many wonderful mariachi bands and performances. It really feels like it belongs here. And on top of that, I had the opportunity to set the play in San Antonio.
What excites me most about playing Lucha is the fact that it represents so many young Latina women. I myself am a professional mariachi musician, and I have been performing for many years now, since I was a young girl. So it's something that I hold very dear to my heart, that I'm able to step into this role and bring theater, to my own experience as a mariachi musician myself.
As soon as the show opens, I think people will get some, it's almost like a magical experience, especially for our people who don't really get this in a normal theater setting.
American Mariachi runs at the Public Theater of San Antonio through October 2nd. For more details, visit KSAT.com. Stefania Jimenez, KSAT 12 News.
927, 77 degrees. There's more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Coming up at 9:30, Monday Night Football is back on KSAT. We'll tell you who's playing, the Week 1 matchup, and the award-winning duo that's calling the game for the first time ever tonight.
Checking the roads with TransGuide right now. We still have some cones out right now, blocking part of 35 at San Marcos. The roads look great at I-35 in both directions at Judson Road on the northeast side. Welcome back, 9:31. Each week, San Antonio Food Bank helps out 100,000 individuals in and around our community. September is Hunger Action Month, and the purpose is to bring focus to those who are at risk for food insecurity.
KSAT Community is partnering to help more and more families. Our Max Massey joins us live from RBFCU, where food donations are being collected. Max, how can people get involved?
Good morning, guys. It is so easy to get involved. You can walk into one of the various RBFCU locations, just donate a box of food. Look at this. Look at all these donations. It was so exciting to see this. Only September 12th, and we already have a full barrel here, but that shouldn't stop anyone. A lot of locations, and joined here with Mary. So, Mary, first and foremost, how big is the need in our community?
So San Antonio, from the food bank's end, we're feeding about 90,000 people every single week. So with school starting back up, we're seeing long lines, and the need is great.
In terms of donations, it's not just donating food. We've gone over the 12 most wanted items. We have that list here and, of course, at KSAT.com. But how else can people step up and help out?
So there's 4 ways to help: food, time, money, and voice. So starting a community-led food drive like we see right here, giving us the gift of time, so coming and volunteering. Money, $1 equals 7 meals. And finally, voice, spreading the word on how to give help and how to get help.
I don't want to take away from these donations because it really is amazing. And how awesome is it to see how convenient it is to just walk into any of these locations and donate a box of food?
It's incredible because non-perishable food items like this are critical for families. So it's a mixture of Cheerios, mac and cheese, peanut butter, everything you'd want to see on your shelf. And so we take this food, we sort it, and we put it right back out into the community for people who are needing food.
Now, not a lot of people know that September is Hunger Action Month. Why is this month so important, not only for you guys, but for food banks across the country?
So you see my orange shirt here. Orange is the color of Hunger Action Month, and our motto this year is Hope is in Action. So taking action and giving hope to people who need it. And really great way to do that is starting a food drive.
Mary, thank you so much. And guys, we have the full list of the most wanted items. We have a full list of all the RBFCU locations on KSAT.com. Come out, donate through the month of September. And then, of course, we have our live stream coming up Wednesday at 2 o'clock. You're not going to miss it. We talk about Hunger Action Month, the need in our community, and how you guys can help out. Sarah, Mark, back to you guys.
Thank you, Max.
Let's go outside with live cam. Start out picture perfect this morning. Things are really warming up fast out there. We've jumped a couple degrees just in the last 34 minutes, Justin.
Yeah, we'll be in the 80s here soon. Hey, we're talking football later, right?
Yes.
We are.
RJ's here.
Sooner than later.
We're gonna stick to Cowboys, right? We're not gonna mention the Aggie game.
We'll see.
No promises, Justin. This is the 9 o'clock show. Anything goes.
I know, unfortunately. Let's look at the weather headlines for today. We're going to start off very nice, as we mentioned, but temperatures will warm up quickly. No heat index today, so there's that. Still hot. Mid-90s stay in the forecast, and by tomorrow we can't rule out a pop-up as humidity starts to make a return to South Texas. 76 right now. Dew point is at 63, and we still are looking at a northeasterly wind at about 6 miles per hour. Temperatures across the state in the 60s. Places like Midland, Abilene, Lubbock, Amarillo got down into the 50s, and spots there in North Texas this morning. It is warmer to the south of that frontal boundary. That front, by the way, just south of San Antonio. It's kind of washing out a little bit. Your KSAT 12-hour forecast, 89 noontime. We'll be up around 94 by 3 p.m., 94 by 4 p.m. That'll be our high temperature today. And as I mentioned, moisture tries to make a return. As early as tomorrow, you'll start to feel the humidity just a little bit more. We reached the peak of hurricane season. In fact, we're past it now. Where do we stand in the tropics? We have an update there for you in just a couple minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Taking a look outside on the roads. We really haven't had any major incidents this morning. If anything pops up, we'll let you know about. I know there were some lights earlier at 35 in San Marcos, but everything looks clear at the moment.
Looking really good right now.
All right, this weekend, we saw the return of the NFL football and a rough start for one Texas team.
Monday Night Football is back on KSAT for the first time in years, and RJ Marquez breaks it down for us in your morning sports. RJ, not a great start for the Cowboys. We touched on this a little bit at the beginning of the newscast. We've let it marinate for another half an hour.
And it still hurts. It still hurts. You can still feel the pain across Cowboy Nation this morning. Brutal loss here. Of course, the story that everyone's talking about this morning is the injury to Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. It was just announced earlier today that he's actually going to need surgery for a fractured bone in his throwing hand. Tough blow there for Dak after he was hurt last night during that season opener at home against the Bucs. And right now, the timeline is that he will miss 6 to 8 weeks. So it's about 2 months without the starting quarterback. So this injury happened during the fourth quarter of the season opener against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Prescott's right hand made contact with a rushing linebacker when he was throwing a pass. Remember seeing that, and he was kind of like flexing his hand a little bit, trying to feel what was going on. So he initially said that he thought he had just jammed a finger, but realized on the next play that he couldn't grip the ball. After initially being checked on the sideline, he later went to the locker room and then headed into the X-rays. And backup Cooper Rush ended up finishing that game. The final score was the Bucs won 19-3. But even before that, guys, Dak was not playing very well. He was 14 of 29 with only 134 yards, had already thrown an interception. And really, the entire team had been really struggling here. So let's hear a little bit more from Dak Prescott on this injury.
In the game, just in the midst of it, thought I jammed it. I mean, I've hit my hand on helmets or bodies a lot in my career, and never really had anything, maybe a jammed finger here, and I actually thought that's what it was. Just the next play, realized I couldn't grip the ball, let the sideline know. And then when I got off, I told the trainers the same thing. I was just like, I can't grip. I feel like if you yank it, I'll be okay. And no, came in, got x-rays, and things are different.
What have they told you to expect in terms of how long you'll be out?
I just got to go see the doctor tomorrow. Plans to see him surgery tomorrow and let me know once they get in there, they see everything. I was told it was much cleaner than it could have been.
All right, so maybe a little bit of good news there. At least he's not out for the season at the moment, but of course a very rough start for the Cowboys there. They now get the defending AFC champions at home, the Cincinnati Bengals, who actually had a tough loss themselves yesterday against Pittsburgh. That game was crazy. That was one of those, like, I had no idea what happened at the end of the game.
There were a couple of crazy games yesterday.
Weird decisions, yeah. A lot of weird game management. And speaking of, here we go.
Perfect segue.
Yeah, speaking of weird game management, end of game situations. So the Houston Texans, you know, first of all, of course, they played yesterday, but they hosted the Uvalde football team yesterday in an effort to kind of get those kids out there and kind of reach out to the community of cards. The Texans have been amazing when it comes to reaching out to Uvalde and doing everything for them. They were there in attendance, the Coyotes, to watch a pretty interesting game here. So this game actually ended up going into overtime, and the Colts could have won this on a 42-yard field goal to end the game, but that did not happen. Then later on, as we're watching a couple of touchdowns here from the Texans had a 31 across midfield. This is late in overtime, but then they lost yardage. And then on fourth down, instead of going for it, they decided that they were going to go ahead and punt it. Basically play for a tie. Remember that old Herm Edwards saying, you play to win the game. You play to win the game. Very frustrating moment there. So Texans coach Lovie Smith decided that a tie was better than a loss in this case. He said that his defense was tired and that there was a lot of football left to go in the season. Interesting. So Davis Mills, Texans quarterback, threw for 240 yards, 2 touchdowns. And again, the final score there, 20-20. How about that? Opening up with a good old tie there to start the year. Yeah, I think, you know what, I was thinking about this because yesterday the Giants played at Tennessee and they tied up the game late, but they went for 2. They basically were like, you know what, we're going to go for the win here. And in that moment, they ended up getting that 2-point conversions. Texans play it a little bit safer, but, you know, they are building, and that was a good, solid performance for them. Guys, we don't want to let Justin off the hook at all, right?
No.
Of course not. Wanted to mention, first of all, Monday Night Football. Before we get to Justin, Denver Broncos taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Monday Night Football is back, and you can see all the action right here on KSAT 12. Legendary broadcast duo Joe Buck and Troy Aikman make their Monday Night Football debut. Very excited to hear them in the booth. Denver taking on Seattle. That game starts tonight at 7:15.
So they're working for ESPN, but it's on KSAT tonight?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So basically every time any sporting event that's on KSAT, it's usually in ESPN production.
Right.
So that's the way it usually works.
Gotcha.
But real quick, Texas, close loss. Tough loss. I got a lot of respect for UT, though. They ended up losing by 1 point to Alabama. Now, A&M.
No respect there? That's where you're kind of teeing that up for.
It's a whole different story there. What happened, Justin?
I think we're out of time.
Oh, wow.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. I'll say it, we're overrated.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, he's going there.
Aggies.
Yeah. Tough loss there for the Aggies to Appalachian State. And Justin was saying that they may have to make a quarterback switch here. So, man, already season in trouble.
Silence. Crickets. Crickets
quick,
are more
guys,
than a ringtone, folks. More than a ringtone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a big win for UTSA.
I was going to mention
Point.
that too. Great point. They win in overtime up there in Army. That was an impressive win. Frank Harris throwing the game-winning touchdown pass. So good stuff there for the Roadrunners. Bobcats also eat them up. They get their first win of the season.
And they beat they beat
Florida International, but who?
FIU.
Yeah.
FIU. Yes. All right.
Thank you,
You said
RJ.
it wasn't a Sun Belt team.
Yeah.
Thank you, RJ. All right. 9:41, 78 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Still to come at 9:30. A child battling leukemia tells us she wants to help other kids who don't have treatment options. We'll hear from her next. Going gold for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. That's one San Antonio family's mission.
In 2012, then President Barack Obama proclaimed September as National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month to bring awareness to pediatric cancers. The gold ribbon shows support.
A child battling leukemia tells our lead Waldman she wants to help other kids who don't have treatment options. This all while mourning a cousin lost at Robb Elementary.
9-year-old Mia Perez loves playing on her Oculus.
This is so fun.
She's full of sass.
The steroids had made her a little heavier.
Wait, what?
Mia loves movies, her dog Gunner, and she's battling leukemia.
I was pretty sad because I want to be able to see Cody or JC or mom and dad.
It makes you stronger, you know? Because Mia has been tough. Super tough.
Mia was diagnosed New Year's Day 2021. She's in remission now and counting down the 36 weeks of treatment that's left.
I take off one of these until when I go to heal. That's the end of treatment.
Throughout her neighborhood, there are signs promoting Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. The ribbon color is gold. Mia has a big goal: turn all of San Antonio gold to help other kids.
I would feel proud and happy if they did.
Their street is lined with signs. The Golden Touch stretches 83 miles west down Highway 90 to a community covered in maroon.
I would wish if I could just go once all the way back to see her again.
Tess Mata, one of the 21 Robb Elementary victims, is Mia's cousin. They saw each other 3 days before she was killed. Mia put a gold sign next to Tess's Uvalde Strong sign.
With Mia's cancer diagnosis, you know, the whole family's there to support her. With Tessa's passing, the whole family's there to support each other.
Now the Perez family is hoping the entire city will show support by going gold and donating to childhood cancer research.
I have like this amazing strength, and every kid needs to be given the chance to fight that.
Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
There's a local nonprofit called Gabriella's Smile Foundation. They help kids battling cancer. Mia is partnering with them to help raise money right now on KSAT.com. We have a link to Mia's fundraising site where you can donate to help others like her.
Well, Monday morning, everybody is now back to school, back to class. Hope they're having a great year so far. And 78 degrees at San Antonio International Airport.
Nice way to start the morning, Justin.
A great way. It wasn't exactly jacket weather. You know, I don't think the kids needed the jackets as they went to school, but it did feel great. And temperatures are warming up very, very quickly. So we'll be in the 80s here by next hour. I'm pretty certain of that. And as we go outside for you right now, we've got clear skies, a really nice morning underway. 76 northeasterly winds at about 6 miles per hour. That dew point, not extremely dry, but dry enough to allow those temperatures to fall this morning. We're sitting at 63 with regards to the dew point. Cloud cover, not much of it. I don't expect much today. It's going to be a mostly sunny to sunny day. There could be some clouds that pop up in the afternoon, but we'll still see enough sun to boost those temperatures into the 90s. Later this afternoon. 69 still in Comfort, 74 Canyon Lake, 75 Seguin. It is up to 80 already in Gonzales, 78 down there in Pleasanton. And forecast highs today call for mid-90s in most spots. 90 Bernie, 90 Fair Oaks Ranch, but mid-90s I'd say here around San Antonio, and you'll be around 94 in Seguin this afternoon. By the way, I know we've mentioned this several times, but it's worth mentioning again. We're stuck at 58 100-degree days, just one shy of the all-time record set back in 2009. We've been stuck at 58 for a long time now after going gangbusters over the summer with these 100-degree days. The average last 100-degree day is August 26th, so we've passed that. The latest we've ever seen a 100-degree day is September 28th, and that was back in 2005, so we can still get there. There's booze, but you know, it looks tough. I don't see anything in the 7-day forecast that would tell me that we would get another 100-degree day, but if we do, we'll let you know. Dew points are the big story right now. Dew points should drop into the mid-50s this afternoon, and so we won't be dealing with a heat index, but by tomorrow, the dew points start to jump up a little bit. This is tomorrow at 7. And with more humidity tomorrow, Gulf moisture starts to stream in. We should see an isolated shower or storm. So nothing today, but by tomorrow, say 3 o'clock, a couple of isolated showers, especially east of I-35. And then by the afternoon, we could see a 1 or 2 here around San Antonio. I don't expect much, but it is in the forecast for tomorrow. Let's talk about the tropics now. We've passed the peak of hurricane season. That was September 10th. So now we're on the downslide here, but we're still very much in a period here where we could see quite a bit of activity. And as we go out into the Pacific, there are 2 areas here that we're watching. One that has a 70% chance of development, another one 10% chance. And I'll point out that the Pacific hurricane season becomes more valuable or more important to us as we head into September and October, because a lot of times these storms will right up the Mexican coast, and that moisture can spread into Texas and give us some heavy rain. So this is something we'll be watching. Meantime, in the Atlantic, there are a few areas here, 20% chance with a wave coming off the coast of Africa and another one that's working its way across the Atlantic. These will take time to develop if they do at all. We'll keep an eye on it. 95 tomorrow, 10% chance of rain, 94 Wednesday, and then 20% chance Thursday, Friday with some deeper moisture working in. But temperatures stay hot all the way through the forecast, just no triple digits. Sarah.
Okay, no triple digits. I'll take it.
You can withhold your booze for now.
I'll try my hardest. Thank you, Justin.
9:51, 78 degrees.
Up next, we have an inside look at a new season of one of the most popular shows in recent years. You don't want to miss it. That's coming up. Okay, if you're like me and a fan of a popular Hulu series, The Handmaid's Tale, well, it's back for season 5 this week. The Emmy-winning series, created by Bruce Miller and based on Margaret Atwood's novel of the same name, will premiere this Wednesday on Hulu with 2 new episodes. The last season of The Handmaid's Tale ended with a shocking murder, and this week season 5 begins with the fallout from that stunning attack. A showdown between the main characters, June Osborne, played by Elizabeth Moss, and Serena Waterford, played by Yvonne Strahovski, is showcased in the trailer. The Handmaid's Tale has 21 nominations for tonight's Primetime Emmy Awards.
74th annual Emmys are here tonight. Will air live from Microsoft Theater in LA this evening. Kenan Thompson, longest running SNL cast member, has been chosen to host. He's well qualified to host the awards. He's won 1 Emmy. He's been nominated for 5 others. Kenan calls the opportunity ridiculously exciting. He said, like all TV fans, he can't wait to see the stars from his favorite shows.
Before you leave, you guys, let's take one more look out at the roads. A really quiet, easygoing morning. No major incidents. Of course, if anything pops up, we will let you know about it.
Yeah, looking really good around there. It's a little tiny shake to the camera. There's no wind to speak of, though, is there, Justin?
No, it's pretty light. It's out of the northeast. And what you couldn't see there on the TransGuide cameras is the skies are the beautiful blue skies that you get with some of the dry air coming in. We'll see lower humidity for about a day, and then humidity starts to increase again tomorrow. We'll see a stray shower or storm, and then maybe a few more chances Thursday and Friday, but nothing that's widespread, so this is not going to be a good soaking rain. That is not in the forecast anywhere in the 7-day.
Okay.
So scarves, lattes, when my basic uniform, when can I put it on?
Well,
the fall.
I mean, probably a couple more months. You're going to have to wait.
I'll help you,
months.
Friday is 100 days till Christmas, so
Okay.
put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Thank you, Mark Austin.